And I've kind of been asking this question too, just because it's always so curious to me, and just you being yourself a course teacher, longtime student. What would you say personally for you, and maybe if you know Bill's as well, I'm not sure, but what would you say is like the most important principles or thoughts from A Course in Miracles that you've like taken with you and that you integrate and kind of live in your daily life?
I think if you were going to reduce all of those words to a few sentences,
Right.
it would it would we would be reminded, by the sentence in the latter part of the text where it talks about the tiny mad idea, which we remember not to laugh, that we are guilty and have ruined ourselves, and so on and so forth, uh, and and that the healing of that guilt that we carry with us can never happen in isolation. It always happens with another. In other words, that that underlying problem, which is we think we're guilty and we aren't really.
Mhm.
And the only way that's going to be undone is in our interactions with other people and realizing we're seeing in them what we fear in ourselves. So I can't just sit in my house and go, I really am a very good, nice, important person after all. It's like, no, I have to see what I projected onto someone else and be willing to change my mind about that. I have to be dedicated to wanting to see the inherent loving innocence of that person and separate out the presence from the words and deeds, from the behaviors. And if I'm not willing to do that, then I'm just going to be stuck. I mean, I'm just going to run around in circles. So all of those words, if you're going to reduce it to what we need to do, it's to realize we carry guilt with us even when we don't realize it, because a lot of it, some of it we're aware of, but a lot of it is unconscious, so we're not aware of it. And that it cannot be released by intellectually learning this material. This is not like a class, where a trigonometry class or a political science class where you learn facts and then you're going to be better prepared to go do some task or understand what's going on in the world or something like that. Like, this is not material to be, and this is the giant mistake people make. Like, this
Yeah,
is material to be learned. It's like, no, it is a rewiring of your brain that needs to
exactly.
take place, which is what the lessons are for. That's a rewiring process and a recognition that you can never be healed alone, only as you relate with the people that you have found difficult. And if original difficult people are not in your life anymore, they're still in your awareness, and you still must make peace with your own self and come to a place of experiencing your own innocence only when you see theirs as well. So everything kind of reduces to that.
Yes. Amen. I
Yeah.
would have said something almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
I feel like everything happens in our relationships. I feel like that is the law of God. That as you give, you receive. You know, as you come to know your brother, you know yourself. As you love your brother, you love yourself. Like we couldn't do this without our brothers.
Exactly.